Hey YouTube, buckle up because we're about to dive deep into the automotive apocalypse, or at least what feels like it. The car market is in turmoil, and it's not just a blip on the radar. We're witnessing a fundamental shift, a seismic change that's going to reshape the industry as we know it. Remember those pandemic price hikes? Dealerships going absolutely bonkers, slapping on thousands in markups? Well, the chickens are coming home to roost. Consumers are finally fighting back, and dealerships are starting to panic. Inventory is piling up like never before. We're talking millions of new and used cars sitting on lots, collecting dust. This isn't just a blip, folks. This is a full-blown crisis. And frankly, it's about time. Take a look at this Ford F-350, a seriously capable truck, but that price tag? Unbelievable. And don't even get me started on this Toyota Tacoma. Remember when a Tacoma was a symbol of reliability and value? Not anymore. They've moved production to Mexico, jacked up the price, and even downsized the engine. Consumers are saying no thanks. And the Toyota Tundra? Once a legend, now just another overpriced pickup. They've sacrificed quality for profit, and it shows. The interior is cheap, the ride is rough, and the reliability is questionable. All for what? To maximize those profit margins. It's like they're trying to convince us that a truck should cost as much as a small house. Ridiculous. Dealerships are realizing their mistakes. They gouged consumers during the pandemic, and now those same customers are staying away. They've lost trust. And let's be honest, who can blame them? The car buying experience has become a nightmare. Sleazy salespeople, endless haggling, and hidden fees. It's enough to make you want to pull your hair out. No wonder people are dreading car shopping these days. I remember buying my first car. It was a used Honda Civic, and the whole experience was, well, let's just say it wasn't exactly pleasant. But at least I felt like I got a fair deal. Today, it feels like dealerships are playing games. They're trying to squeeze every last dollar out of you, and it's infuriating. And let's talk about these luxury SUVs. Escalades, Navigators, these things are now pushing six figures. Who can afford that kind of monthly payment? Especially when you consider rising interest rates. We're talking 7% for new cars and a whopping 11% for used cars. Ouch. This isn't about luxury anymore. It's about showing off. And let's be honest, most of these SUVs will spend their lives sitting in the driveway, rarely venturing off-road. It's all about appearances, and it's completely out of touch with the realities of everyday life. Ironically, it's the more affordable vehicles that are actually selling. The Elantra, the Prius, these are the cars people can actually afford. Fuel efficiency and affordability are back in style, and that's a good thing. But even these more affordable options are feeling the pinch. Inflation is hitting everyone, and car prices are no exception. It's a constant struggle to make ends meet, and a new car purchase can easily derail your budget. I remember a time when a new car was a symbol of success, a reward for hard work. Now, it feels like a luxury that most people can't afford. It's a sad state of affairs. Speaking of EVs, the hype has cooled down significantly. Remember the EV craze? Everyone was jumping on the bandwagon. Now, those shiny electric vehicles are sitting on lots, collecting dust. Tesla is still holding its own, but other brands are struggling. The reality is, EVs are still expensive. Charging infrastructure is limited, and range anxiety is a real concern for many drivers. Until these issues are addressed, widespread EV adoption will remain a challenge. And let's be honest, the environmental benefits of EVs are often overshadowed by the environmental costs of their production and the ethical concerns surrounding the sourcing of battery material. It's a complex issue, and there are no easy answers. And let's not forget the rising repossession rates. People simply can't afford these sky-high payments. Combine that with soaring inflation and rising interest rates, and you have a recipe for financial disaster. Many Americans are feeling the pinch, and unfortunately, their cars are often the first thing to go. This is a human crisis, not just an economic one. Families are being torn apart, and lives are being disrupted because people can't keep up with their car payment. It's a heartbreaking situation, and it highlights the deep-seated inequalities in our society. This isn't just about cars. It's about the broader economic system that's failing to serve the needs of ordinary people. It's about a system that prioritizes profits over people, and that leaves millions struggling to make ends meet. The writing is on the wall. Dealerships are facing a reckoning. They need to cut their losses, slash prices, and start playing fair. No more markups, no more game. Consumers are demanding transparency and honesty, and dealerships that don't adapt will be left in the dust. We're seeing the first signs of this already. Some dealerships are offering significant discounts to move inventory. But is it enough? Probably not. This isn't just about dealerships either. This impacts the entire automotive industry. Production cuts are inevitable. Jobs will be lost. It's a domino effect. The greed of manufacturers and dealerships is now coming back to bite them. And unfortunately, we, the consumers, are caught in the crossfire. The good news is that you, the consumer, have more power than ever before. Do your research, shop around, and don't be afraid to walk away. Don't let dealerships dictate the terms. Demand a fair price and a fair deal. Negotiate aggressively. And remember, you have options. There are plenty of used cars on the market, and some of them are actually good deals. But perhaps, just perhaps, this crisis is an opportunity for us to rethink our relationship with cars. Do we really need that brand new luxury SUV? Or can we make do with something more affordable and reliable? Maybe it's time to embrace a simpler lifestyle, one that doesn't revolve around car ownership. Maybe we can carpool more, use public transportation, or even consider cycling or walking for shorter trips. This could be a chance to prioritize community, reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, and create a more sustainable and equitable future for all. The future of the car market is uncertain, but one thing is clear: it's going to be a bumpy ride. We can expect to see more consolidation among dealerships, more bankruptcies, and even more innovation as manufacturers try to stay ahead of the curve. But the most important thing is for us, as consumers, to stay informed and demand better. We need to hold dealerships and manufacturers accountable for their actions. We need to support businesses that prioritize ethical practices and sustainable production. And we need to advocate for policies that protect consumers and promote fair competition. What do you think about the current state of the car market? Are you experiencing any of the challenges I've discussed? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family to help spread the word. Together, we can make a difference. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more updates on the car market. And remember, knowledge is power. So stay informed and be a smart consumer.